Hello, we've just moved into our first winter month here at Homegrown Veg in the United Kingdom, and already we're thinking about what vegetables we might be growing next year. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut you to some video that I shot a number of years ago. The video was shot, I think it was in the first month of spring, something like that. So you're going to see some potatoes in the first month of spring some years ago that looked like this in the first winter month some years ago. Does that make sense? We'll have a look at these today. Come back to me, we'll have a look at these today, but have a look at what they potentially will look like in 4 months' time. Okay, enjoy that video, then come back to me. Hello. This is a potato called Jazzy, and it was grown by Rachel Johnston in Lancashire. That's in the United Kingdom. This is a potato called Elfie, and it was grown by Albert Bartlett in Norfolk in the United Kingdom. That's Elfie. This is a potato called Maris Pear, and Maris Pear was grown by Mark Middleton in Angus in the United Kingdom. I believe Angus is Scotland. Okay. You should be starting to see a common thread here now. This is a potato called Saxon. It was grown by Mike Dagg, and it was grown in Roxburghshire. I believe that's another Scottish potato. This is Maris Piper, and judging by the bag, it's a good chipper. Make good chips. And this potato was grown in East Lothian, another Scottish potato, by Billy Logan. Okay, that's Maris Piper. Right, let's pop this over here. This won't take a minute now. What's these guys? These are, oh, let me see, can't see the name of the potato here. Oh, these are a variety called Cara. They were grown in Angus, again that's Scotland, and these were grown by Gavin Fleming. Wow, those potatoes are green, aren't they? Blimey. Right. Well, you certainly wouldn't want to be eating these, that's for sure. Just a couple of small ones here. This is Jemson, grown on Redmere Farms, and this is grown in the United Kingdom. Just a couple of small ones there, look. That's Jemson. And these guys here, have a look at these guys. These are Cultra, and they were grown in East Lothian, again that's Scotland, and again these were grown by Billy Logan. Okay, right, okay, so the three things that these potatoes have in common. Come on, you must have got it. You must have got it. Okay, they're all chitted up. They've all got chits. They're all green, yep, and they're all store-bought potatoes. How about that? How about that? They're all store-bought potatoes. They're all going green, but they're all wanting to grow. All of these potatoes will make a potato plant, given a chance. If you stick one of these in a bucket with some soil, in a pot with some soil, in a bag with some soil, in a raised bed, in your border, anywhere, it will make a potato plant. And you can turn a green potato into a handful of beautiful potatoes in about 4 to 5 months. You can do it. It's easy. I've got videos all over my channel showing me do that. So the purpose of this video is to tell you, but what you really should be doing with these green potatoes is growing them. You should plant them, grow them. It's so easy, it's not difficult. So what I would suggest you do now is, having watched this video, wherever you keep your vegetables, indoors, go and check your potatoes. If you've got some potatoes that are turning green, they're the ones. If you've got some potatoes with chits on, they're the ones. Why not grow them? Don't throw them, grow them. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've just found something that you can grow that you didn't really know you had, but now you've watched this video and you're checking your where you keep your vegetables, you'll find something you can grow. Grow it. Grow it. Okay, did you enjoy that? These are some store-bought potatoes, shop-bought potatoes. We're going to eat most of these, but some of them we're going to set aside. We're going to set them aside. We're going to store them in the bottom drawer of the fridge, and in the spring of next year we're going to bring them out and we're going to chit them, just like we did in that video you've just watched. Okay, so this is the start of my collection of shop-bought potatoes to be grown on here at Homegrown Veg next year. Let me show you what we've got. So this bag's already open. We've been eating some of these potatoes. This is a potato called, just hold on, I'll make a look at what it says on the bag. This is a variety called Mozart. It was grown in Yorkshire, and that's in England, within the United Kingdom. Okay, so what we got here? Well, these guys are far too big for seed potatoes. They're far too big. But usually, within a pack of potatoes, there's a few small ones. These are the make weights, aren't they? These are the ones that make the weight of the bag up exactly 1 kilogram, 2 kilograms, whatever the bag is. These are the make weights. And these are ideal as seed potatoes. Yeah, so we're going to set these two Mozarts to one side. I'll be doing that after I've concluded this video, not just yet. But that's the start of my collection of potatoes here at Homegrown Veg. I think you saw on that clip that you've just watched, I think I had 8 varieties. And I think what I like about this is that I don't finish up with lots and lots of the same potato. I like to grow a variety of potatoes, and I find this is the best way to get them in small quantities. Because if I was wanting to buy these as seed potatoes, I'd probably have to buy a minimum of 10. Well, I don't want 10 Mozart. You know, I just want 2 or 3, 4 maybe, I don't know. Because I'm only growing in buckets and bags, small buckets, small bags. But what I do want is a variety, and this is, I find, the best way to get it. And if you fancy giving this a go and you're in your winter months, now's the time to do it. And don't worry if your potatoes have got a touch of green on them, that's not a problem. And at this time of year, within a winter month, they won't be chitting up, at least they shouldn't be chitting up. That's for next spring, isn't it? Wow, there's some piling there. What are these? This is a 1.5, is it 1? No, it's 2.5 kilogram bag of, what's the potato? Cultra. Cultra was grown in Perth. So it's a Scottish potato, part of the UK. It's a Scottish potato. This is Cultra, grown in Perth. I don't know if you'll see this label, probably not. But I'm going to tell you what it says on there. These potatoes have been reduced in price to £1 and 1 pence. £1 for all that, blimey. So where's the small ones? Well, hey, those three selected themselves. There's 3 small potatoes. So we pop the rest back in the bag. And that's the start of our potato collection that we're going to grow next year. What I would say is when you do store these potatoes, store them somewhere where it's cool to cold, and definitely dry. Cool to cold and definitely dry, and you will have no issues. And check them regularly. If you're going to store them in the fridge, just as I am, check them regularly to make sure nothing's going wrong, and make sure they're dry. How's that? So that's the start of my collection. We're going to give this a go. I mean, we're looking at least from today, at the beginning of winter, we're looking at least 3 to 4 months before we get into early spring. So you have ample time to do this, and you will buy lots of bags of shop-bought potatoes between now and then. If you're new to gardening, if you're new to growing vegetables, this works. Irrespective of what you might hear on some channels, this works. There are other gardeners all around the world growing store-bought, shop-bought potatoes. Not just me, it works. Don't believe me? Search it on YouTube. Grow shop-bought potatoes, grow store-bought potatoes, whatever. Just type that into the search bar and you'll see the end results, hopefully. You certainly will on my channel. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Yeah, start your collection off. Work out how many you need. If you're in a small garden and you don't have much room and you're growing in buckets and bags, you may only have half a dozen buckets. Well, you want half a dozen potatoes, don't you? Half a dozen sweet potatoes. If you've got half a dozen small buckets or small bags. If you've got 10 small buckets, small bags, you want 10 seed potatoes. Why not save different varieties? It just adds to the excitement when you come to turn these out. Which one's done the best? Which one hasn't done so good? Hey, that's what I do. You know, you please yourself what you do. But that's what I do, and I hope this video has been helpful, shall we say. Yeah, helpful, that's a nice word. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.